Greetings, I am Herbert Erpaderp, and today I'm at Redbank Memorial Reserve, and this is the first of a series about war memorials in and around where I live, that is Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. I felt like ANZAC Day was a good day to launch this series. As you can see on this here map, Redbank Memorial Reserve is located on Bridge Street, Redbank, Queensland, Australia, obviously. If you want to visit it yourself, it's easy enough to park on the street. It's also within walking distance of Redbank Railway Station, if you would prefer to take public transport. To be honest, I just wanted an excuse to video trains. Back to the memorial. As we walk along the path, the first thing we see is this memorial stone. You can probably read the large text yourself. The smaller text says, presented November 2001 to commemorate the 85th anniversary of the first ANZAC Day ceremony in Queensland. For those who don't know, ANZAC is an acronym for Australia New Zealand Army Corps. This was donated by the members of the Redbank Railway Workshops, and it was moved here from the workshops in 2016. Moving up the path, there's another two memorials. On the left, from this direction at least, we find another, larger memorial stone, which I believe dates back to the 1980s. As you can see, this has quite a few plaques on it. The main large plaque is dedicated to those who trained at the Redbank Army Camp before serving in World War II, and is also in tribute to the 8th Australian Division. The smaller plaques are for various individual battalions. These plaques could do with a bit of cleaning in my opinion, but they're outdoors, so nature happens. The important thing is that they are still there. This stone was moved from a nearby shopping centre in 2017. Across the path we find this sandstone and brick wall built in 2014. This is also dedicated to those who passed through the Redbank Army Camp. The camp itself was located somewhere on the opposite side of the railway, as are the railway workshops. The walls to either side have a lot of information and some pictures. If you want to read the entire thing, feel free to pause the video. But to summarise, Redbank Army Camp is where recruits were initially trained for the 2nd Australian Imperial Force. Some of the bricks from that camp's pistol range were included in this memorial, which I think is pretty neat, though apparently that range was mistakenly demolished in 2013. After Australia declared war on the 3rd of September 1939, Redbank Army Camp was established. In fewer than 3 weeks, the farmland had been cleared and a road was built to link with Redbank Railway Station. There were 90 prefabricated huts and numerous tents. The first recruits arrived on October 20, 1939. After the war, Redbank was used as a demobilisation centre. Sadly, most of the buildings were removed, and very little survives as a reminder of one of Queensland's largest training camps. As we move on up the path, this bench here was donated by the Horizon Alliance in September 2009. I have no idea if that includes all of the benches, there were no plaques on the other ones. But there is a water fountain, which is of course very nice if you're feeling a bit parched. At the end of the path we find this memorial stone with a mast behind it and two walls made of precast concrete. This installation was dedicated in 2008. Here's a look at the entire park, or at least this end of it. There's not much at the other end anyway. It's not a bad little place, though the noise from the nearby highway is a bit distracting. In the background you can see the bridge over the railway, and towards where Redbank Army Camp was. As we can see here, this memorial is dedicated to all servicemen and women. This grove of trees, the species of which I don't know, was planted on Arbor Day, the 10th of October 1995, by students from a nearby school. The walls to either side of the stone bear individual plaques on the faces. These are dedicated to individuals who served in the Boer War, First and Second World Wars, Korea, Vietnam, and other conflicts and peacekeeping operations. The plaques on the narrow ends of the walls are World War I Rolls of Honour. I'm not going to read out all of these names, but we will observe a minute of silence in honour of these people and their sacrifices. Okay, so that's Redbank Memorial Reserve. I regret not filming a bit more here, but hey, it's the first in the series and improvements will be made. There are many war memorials of different sizes around Brisbane, so eventually there will be quite a few of these videos. The plan is to do one of these every other week on Thursdays, alternating with my Q&A series Ask a Herbert Erpaderp. And I did pre-film a couple of these, so that should keep us going. I hope you found this interesting. If so, consider sharing it around. That would be awesome. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to ask them in the comment section below. That's what it's for after all. And if you haven't done so already, why not subscribe, follow, ring the bell, become a patron or YouTube member, or maybe even just come say hi on Discord or Twitch. Links to all of those things are in the description below. And as always, I shall return soon. So until then, be excellent to each other, wash your hands, and thanks for watching. Farewell.